Well, it's the interview everyone's talking about.
What?
Fox News' Bret Baier versus one Kamala Harris.
Wow.
Baier had softball questions,
bullshit?
threw them at her, and she knocked them out of the park.
What you talking about, loser?
Oh no, Bret Baier had a spine, threw tough questions at her.
You're kidding.
She cried and walked off the set. I'm Jazz Berganzo on this. Well, she didn't walk off the set, but she did cry.
It's really hard.
And it's what's next. What's up, everyone? Jazz Berganzo. What's next? Your daily dose, common sense, facts, and salt. Hope you guys are feeling good today on this Thursday. Well, getting a late start. Was off today. Had to take my wife in for a medical procedure. Everything went well. She's home resting. It's all good. Anyway, there was an interview that happened, last night. That was shown last night. You might have missed it, or you might have been doing something else more educational. Anyway, it was Fox News' Bret Baier versus one cackling Kamala, Willie Brown side piece Harris. And if you thought that softball questions were going to be thrown, preempted questions, pre-screening, all that other jazz, and of course Kamala was just got to knock it out of the park and then, move on her merry way. Well, I was pleasantly surprised. Bret Baier had a spine, hit her with tough questions. She cried, she got butthurt, and she walked off the set. No, she didn't walk off the set, but she did cry. So this coming from Breitbart. It's got to stop. Please make it stop. I'm begging you. Bret Baier reviewers for Kamala Harris staffers waved their arms, pleading in desperation to end the interview. Four Kamala Harris staffers waved their arms and pleaded to end the Harris much anticipated but widely panned Fox News Channel special report interview with Bret Baier Wednesday night. Baier, who interviewed Kamala Harris, made the shocking revelation during a post-interview broadcast, saying that he had as many questions he was unable to ask before the interview wrapped. I'm talking like four people. They're waving their hands like, it's got to stop, Baier told the panel. I had to dismount there at the end, Baier said, describing the chaotic end to the interview. There are so many things, and she maybe should do more of these. Not going to happen. Good luck with that. Colin Rugg. Bret Baier said there were four Kamala staffers waving their hands back and forth to stop the interview. You're killing me.
Dana, you've been on the other side. You've been on the rapper as a press secretary interviewing a president. And, I'm talking like four people waving their hands like it's got to stop. So, Martha, I had to dismount there at the end. There's so many things, and she maybe should do more of these.
Madam Vice President,
And
they're giving me a hard rap.
Well, I thank you for the time.
I thank you for the time.
It's good to meet you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Surprisingly that you didn't hear screaming behind Bret Baier telling him to stop. Madam Vice President, they're giving me a hard rap, Baier said while ending the interview. He had noted multiple times that staffers were motioning to end the interview. Baier also accused the campaign of tactics to ice the kicker, presumably with Baier as the kicker. We were supposed to start at 5 p.m. and we this time that they gave us, he said, after the interview. Originally, we were going to do 25 to 30 minutes. They came in and said maybe 20. So it was already getting whittled down. And then Vice President showed up about 5:15. Of course, she showed up late. Surprise. We were pushing the envelope, able to turn it around in time for the scheduled airing. This comes out of Trump War Room.
When the kicker in football, they call a timeout right before he's going to kick the field goal. They're icing the kicker. So we were supposed to start at 5 p.m. This was the time they gave us. Originally, we were going to do 25 or 30 minutes. They came in and said, well, maybe 20. So it was already getting whittled down. And then
you're lucky you got that. You're lucky you got what you got.
Showed up about 5:15. We were pushing the envelope to be able to turn it around for the top of the 6 o'clock. So that's how it started. And I could tell when we started talking that she was going to be tough to redirect without me trying to interrupt. I did this with President Obama. At one point, I just said, Mr. President, I know you like the filibuster. I just didn't even have the chance to sometimes redirect in those ways. I had a lot of other questions.
Good for Bret. Like I said, I'm pleasantly surprised. Harris's team quickly began framing the interview as a biased attack on the vice president. Senior campaign advisor David Fluff, yes, the name fits him, why that Bear's interview was an ambush in a tweet minutes after the interview concluded.
More than
People are
70% of people
exhausted.
tell the country is on the wrong track. They say the country is on the wrong track. If it's on the wrong track, that track follows 3.5 years of you being vice president and President Biden being president. That is what they're saying, 79% of them. Why are they saying that? If you're turning the page, you've been in office for 3.5 years.
And Donald Trump has been running for office.
But you've been the person holding the office.
Come on.
Madam
You
Vice
and I
President.
both know what I'm talking about. You and I both know what I'm talking about.
I actually don't. What are you talking about?
What I'm talking about is that over the last decade,
But you're
people
the
have
lever of
become.
power.
But listen, over the last decade, it is clear to me, and certainly the Republicans who are on stage with me, the former chief of staff to the president, Donald Trump, former defense secretaries, national security advisor, and his vice president. One, that he is unfit to serve, that he is unstable, that he is dangerous, and that people are exhausted with someone who professes to be a leader who spends full time demeaning and engaging in personal grievances and it being about him
Madam
instead
Vice
of
President,
the American people.
if
People
that's the
are
case,
tired of that.
If that's the case, why is half the country supporting him? Why is he beating you in a lot of swing states? Why, if he's as bad as you say, that half of this country is now supporting this person who could be the 47th president of the United States? Why is that happening?
This is an election for president of the United States. It's not supposed to be easy.
I saw the interview. Like I said, I was pleasantly surprised. A lot of people thought that Bret Baier was going to go in there. This thing was going to be scripted. The questions were going to be answered. I mean, already answered. She already had the answers written down. She already had she had a bug in her ear already. She was ready. And it was just going to be softballs all day long. But no. Bret Baier asked tough questions about the border, about Trump's likability, about, why does 80% of the country feel that we're going in the shitty direction that we're in? And of course, she had the balls to blame it on Trump because she can't answer it any other way. She goes into word salad mode because that's what she does best. She talks a lot of shit and nothing comes out of it. That's what she is. But yet, again, I've said this in multiple videos, you have ass clowns out there who will vote for her because they hate Trump so much. It's not about policy. It's about personality. Trump's got all the personality in the world, and Kamala's got the personality of a stump. So watch the interview for yourself because Bret Baier lays the hammer down a couple of times, and Kamala couldn't answer it. She didn't know how to answer it, except in her own word salad way. And with that being said, I'm Jazz Berganzo. This is What's Next. When you see more like this, please leave a comment below. Like it, share it, subscribe to it. Hit that notification bell so you guys never miss a thing. Continue spreading the word about the show. Appreciate you guys watching as always. And we'll see you next time. Peace.